the last letter, a soldier's farewell. In the small, picturesque town of Maplewood, where the scent of blooming flowers mingled with the crisp, fresh air, the Martin family's life had always been serene. The streets were lined with charming cottages, and the townsfolk knew each other by name. Yet, despite the idyllic setting, an undercurrent of anxiety had settled into the Martin household. Their only son, Private Daniel Martin, had recently been deployed to a war zone far from the safety of their home. The day before his departure, Daniel had gathered with his family on the front porch of their cozy house. The sun was beginning its descent, casting a warm, golden light over the lush garden where marigolds and daisies swayed gently in the breeze. Laura Martin, Daniel's mother, had prepared a meal of his favorite comfort foods: roast chicken, mashed potatoes, and apple pie. The family sat around the old wooden table, trying to savor every moment together, despite the heavy atmosphere. As dinner drew to a close, Daniel took his mother aside, away from the bustling kitchen. With a bittersweet smile, he handed her a small envelope. It was worn and slightly crumpled, as if it had been carried around for some time. "Mom, I want you to keep this," he said, his voice breaking. In case his words faltered, and he looked away, trying to compose himself. Laura, with tears brimming in her eyes, took the envelope from him. "Danny, don't talk like that. You'll come back to us. We'll see you soon." Daniel looked at her with a mixture of sadness and resolve. "I hope so, Mom. But just in case, I wanted you to have this." He pulled her into a tight hug, and the warmth of his embrace was both comforting and heartbreaking. The days that followed were filled with a mix of hope and dread. Daniel's letters arrived with regularity, each one a small beacon of light in the darkness. He wrote about the camaraderie among his fellow soldiers, the stark contrast between the war-torn landscape and the memories of home. He described the bravery of his comrades, the quiet moments of reflection, and the small victories that kept their spirits high. Each letter was a testament to his courage and resilience. However, one fateful morning, the Martin family received the news they had been dreading. A solemn officer arrived at their doorstep with a letter, his face etched with the weight of his duty. The news was delivered with gentle words, but it felt as though their world had come crashing down. In the midst of their grief, Laura remembered the envelope Daniel had given her. It had remained unopened, a silent guardian of their unspoken fears. As she sat alone in her bedroom, surrounded by the soft light filtering through the curtains, she took out the letter. Her hands trembled as she carefully unfolded the worn paper. "Dear Mom and Dad," the letter began. "If you are reading this, it means I am no longer with you. I wanted to write this letter because there are things I might not have had the chance to say otherwise. First and foremost, I want you to know how much I love you both. Your unwavering support has been my strength, and every letter I received from home kept me going." Laura's tears fell freely as she continued reading, her heart aching with each word. It was as though Daniel's voice was speaking directly to her, bridging the gap between their worlds. "I know this is not the farewell we hoped for. I wish I could be there with you, sharing in the joys and sorrows of life. But if you're reading this, it means I can no longer be there. I hope you remember the laughter, the good times, and the love we shared. Please, don't dwell on the sadness. Instead, focus on the moments that brought us joy." Daniel's letter went on to recount cherished memories of family gatherings, holidays, and the simple pleasures of life in Maplewood. He spoke of his dreams for the future, his hopes for his parents to find happiness, and his regret for not being able to see them again. "Mom, Dad, please take care of each other. Cherish the memories and know that I am always with you in spirit. I am proud of you both, and I am grateful for every moment we had together. Please remember me with a smile, as I will remember you." Laura finished reading the letter, her heart heavy with grief, but also filled with a profound sense of love and connection. She folded the letter carefully and placed it back in its envelope. Her husband, James, entered the room, sensing the gravity of the moment. Without a word, he wrapped his arms around her, offering silent comfort. In the weeks that followed, the Martin family faced the painful process of mourning and adjusting to their new reality. They found solace in Daniel's letter, reading it together often, and it became a source of strength during the toughest moments. They kept the letter in a special frame on the mantel, a constant reminder of Daniel's love and sacrifice. Spring arrived, bringing with it the renewal of life. The Martins continued their tradition of sitting on the porch where Daniel had shared his final moments with them. They planted flowers in the garden, tended to the marigolds and daisies, and made a habit of taking long walks in the evenings, as Daniel had once enjoyed. One particularly sunny afternoon, as the family gathered on the porch, Laura opened the letter once more. With James by her side and their children now grown surrounding them, they read Daniel's words together. They shared stories of their beloved son, reminiscing about his childhood adventures and the dreams he had for the future. As they talked, they felt a profound sense of peace. Though Daniel was no longer physically present, his spirit lived on in their hearts. They honored his memory by living their lives with the same strength and courage he had exemplified. They supported each other, found joy in the little things, and always remembered the love that had bound them together. Every year, as the flowers bloomed and the sun bathed their home in warmth, the Martin family would gather on the porch, read the letter, and celebrate Daniel's life. They would remember him with smiles and laughter, knowing that his love had left an indelible mark on their hearts. The porch became a sacred space, where the echoes of the past blended with the promise of the future. In their moments of reflection, the Martins found comfort in the knowledge that, though they had lost so much, they had gained a profound appreciation for the love that had always been there, and would continue to be, forever etched in their memories. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the last letter, A Soldier's Farewell. We hope this story touched your heart as deeply as it touched ours. In sharing Daniel's poignant farewell, we are reminded of the profound impact of love and the enduring strength of family bonds. Stories like Daniel's remind us that, even in the face of loss, love transcends time and space. His letter serves as a testament to the power of words and the comfort they can bring, bridging the gap between us and those we hold dear. If you found this story moving, please consider subscribing and sharing this channel with others who might appreciate it. Your support helps us continue to bring you more stories that inspire, uplift, and resonate on a deeply personal level. We invite you to leave a comment below with your thoughts or share your own experiences related to the themes of love, sacrifice, and remembrance. We cherish hearing from you and value the community we're building together. Once again, thank you for listening. Remember, even in moments of grief, there is always a place for hope and healing. Until next time, take care and hold your loved ones close. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.